Picture this. The air in Milan buzzes with anticipation. Gucci's 2025 Spring-Summer Women's Fashion Show is moments away from beginning, but all eyes aren't just on the runway, they're on BTS's Jin. A roar erupts from the crowd, a tidal wave of cheers louder than anything you'd expect at a fashion event. Why? Because this is no ordinary Fashion Week moment. Jin, the global ambassador for Gucci, has just arrived, and the entire show shifts into something extraordinary. Fans have been waiting for this. They've traveled from across the world, stood for hours, just to catch a glimpse of the visual king himself. And when he steps out, dressed in an elegant Gucci ensemble, the atmosphere becomes electric. Vogue's Scandinavian editor-in-chief even posted a video capturing the scene, where fans are screaming so loudly it feels like the show is about to blow up. That's the Jin Effect. His presence alone could steal the spotlight from the fashion on display, but instead, he elevated it. It's no wonder Jin was the most mentioned celebrity at Milan Fashion Week, with over 4 million mentions flooding social media in just 24 hours. Jinx Gucci trended globally, even surpassing Gucci's official hashtag. Imagine that, a single person commanding more attention than one of the world's most iconic luxury brands. Jin isn't just a global ambassador, he's the face of a movement. He sat next to François-Henri Pinault, the chairman of Kering, which oversees fashion giants like Gucci, Saint Laurent, and Balenciaga. This wasn't just a seat, it was a statement. Jin wasn't there as just another celebrity guest. He was seated as a global fashion icon, shoulder to shoulder with the industry's most powerful figures. And yet, amidst all the glitz and glamour, Jin remains humble and relatable. Later that evening, he went live on Weverse from his hotel room in Milan. Waking up at 6 a.m. local time, not for himself, but to match a time when his fans could tune in comfortably, Jin showed his incredible love and dedication to his supporters. His voice was locked with sleep, but the warmth in his words was unmistakable. He played a cute game, laughed, and shared a touching anecdote. Yesterday, I gave Gucci a big hit hat that fit me well and asked, "Can you make a hat with that fit?" And they said, "Oh, of course." It's moments like these that remind fans of the down-to-earth Jin they've always adored, even as he sits on fashion's highest throne. But let's talk about that infamous sold-out king title, shall we? The pajamas he wore during that broadcast? Sold out instantly. The hat he wore after his military discharge? Gone in minutes. The necklace and bracelet he sported at the Gucci show? Websites crashed under the weight of demand. Jin's influence is unparalleled. It's not just about clothes or accessories. Anything he touches turns to gold. In fact, this Jin effect has been driving product sales for years, from fashion items to food. Take the Otogi Jin Ramen, for example. After Jin became their ambassador, their sales skyrocketed, with industry reports even linking a significant spike in Korean ramen exports to his endorsement. And then, there's visual presence. Oh, his visuals. It's no exaggeration to say Jin was the god of beauty at Milan Fashion Week. With his flawless features, slender face, broad shoulders, and that perfect Gucci outfit, he didn't just attend the show, he owned it. Fans couldn't stop talking about the photos he posted on Instagram and Weverse, where he playfully captioned one, "Ugh, I straightened my back, but it looks like it's not straight." It's the kind of cute, self-deprecating humor that makes people love him even more. Here is a man whose looks could stop traffic, but he's still the same Jin who laughs at himself, making him both unattainable and deeply relatable at the same time. But that wasn't all. During his broadcast, Jin also hinted at some exciting future plans. His solo album? It's coming. His content series Run Seokjin? Expect more. Jin opened up about how much he's missed his fans during his military service, and the love in his voice was undeniable. This connection, this sincere bond he has with his fans, is a major part of why Jin is so beloved. He doesn't just perform for them, he lives for them, and they live for him. The fandom's loyalty was on full display at Milan Fashion Week. Fashion magazines across the globe were quick to post photos and videos of Jin's every move. Fans meticulously tracked his Google search rankings, where he dominated as the most searched name related to Milan Fashion Week. Jin's name didn't just trend, it soared, taking the entire event to another level. And let's not forget, This is all happening just a few months after Jin's return from his military service. His Return of the King moment wasn't just a comeback, it was a full-fledged coronation. He's already topped boy group brand reputation rankings for 3 consecutive months since his discharge, proving that even after time away, his influence hasn't dimmed. It's only grown stronger. From dazzling Milan's elite to crashing websites with his sold-out fashion items, Jin continues to prove he's a force unlike any other. He's not just a global superstar, he's a phenomenon. The question now isn't whether Jin will take over the world. He already has. The real question is, what's next for the sold-out king? Keep watching, because with Jin, you never know what heart-stopping, record-breaking, world-changing moment is just around the corner.